Okay, let's look at how easy it is to make a AI assistant that can serve as your automated lead gen for your product. So I'm going to start off in OpenAI here. I'm creating an assistant using the Assistants API. And with this assistant, I've named it Appified Lead Gen. In the instructions, I've given it a lot of context about my product, which is Appified. And that way it can help educate the user to get started using the product, answer any questions that the user might have, as well as it can save their information and use it to make a tool call to a webhook URL, which will trigger a Zap in Zapier. So it's a really powerful combination. This allows the assistant to actually interact with the user and then ultimately save their information if they provide it into anything that Zapier can integrate with. So that may be a Google Sheet. In my case, I have it just posting to my Slack. So let's take a look at the function call that makes this possible. So what this function call does, it has webhook in the name. That is an indicator to Appified when I'm using this assistant in Appified that this function call needs to be fulfilled by making a webhook call. And so that webhook call will always go to the webhook URL. I've provided it a default here that it should use for the webhook URL. And then the other fields in this function call are the things I want the assistant to collect from the user. So here I have it set up to collect the name and email of that user. Okay, so let's give it a shot. Here we'll start a chat conversation with this assistant in Appified. So I'll say, hi, what can you do? And it'll give me a bit of instruction and guidance here based on those instructions that we filled into the assistant. It's kind of walking me through, okay, how to use the product, what I can use it for. And then it's saying, kind of offering a follow-up to either contact information or scheduling calls. So I could ask a question like, does Appified let the AI make webhook calls? So that way, users can ask kind of detailed questions about the product, and using the docs or anything that you upload to this assistant, it'll be able to answer truthfully. Here it's kind of giving me instructions. And then I'll say, okay, I'll talk to sales to do the setup. So I'm kind of indicating to the assistant, yeah, I actually want to talk to a human here. It gives me two options. You can either provide your contact info or schedule a call via Calendly. And there's a little link there. So I'll just give it my info, Patrick at Appified.ai, send that to the assistant, and then that's going to allow my assistant to trigger that webhook call to Zapier, which is really powerful because once it gets to Zapier, obviously it can go anywhere. This could trigger saving a lead into a marketing automation system, into my CRM, anything like that. And just to show you that it worked, we'll go in here and look at the kind of run history for this Zap. And we can go to Zap runs. We can refresh this and see, okay, yeah, it just ran this just now with kind of triggered with the webhook URL, and that triggered the Zap, which sent me a direct message in Slack. So super easy to set up a very personalized AI assistant to handle your lead gen. And something that when you combine Zapier and Appified on top of the Assistants API, you unlock some really powerful workflows.